We're seeing Dalvin Cook. What's the latest on his contract situation?
All right now the contract conversations are being shelved. And this past weekend, I was told that the Vikings met with his agent to have a face-to-face conversation, but they weren't able to come to an agreement. So right now, Dalvin Cook is going to play, and we should expect him to see him in week 1.
Okay, so with that thought in mind, and I want to bring Ninkovich and Booger into the conversation here, we do a feature every now and again called Unsolicited Advice, because like most geniuses, I won't be fully appreciated till after my time. And Dalvin Cook, he doesn't need advice from me, but I'm going to offer it to him anyway. Booger, I'm looking right at you. Dalvin Cook should set himself up with like some sort of a little a cabin, a hut, whatever it is he wants on the beach in Cabo. Call it Shea Zeke Elliott. And he should hang out down there, and he shouldn't even consider taking a snap in anger until he has a contract. That guy is going to play for $1.3 million this year. He's overwhelmingly the most important player on that offense. His coach only wants to run the football. They got rid of the receiver, who's one of the best in the league, because they don't want to throw the ball anywhere. They want to give it to Dalvin Cook. This is his chance to cash in. And if I'm Dalvin Cook, I don't take the chance on getting hurt under any circumstances. Booger, he shouldn't set foot on a field in anger until he has a new deal.
Greeny, I completely agree with you because of everything you just said, and here's what I would add on top of that. If you look at where the running back market is, Zeke Elliott kind of topped it out, when he was down in Cabo. And if you look at the deal that Derrick Henry signed, the market has kind of come back down. But if you're Dalvin Cook, you're looking at yourself as a Zeke Elliott type back. Maybe not as good of a runner, but when you look at the total package, catching the football, his explosiveness, his ability to get big plays, I think he shouldn't set foot on that field because, Greeny, their entire offense is predicated off of how they run the football with Dalvin Cook. And I'm not the type of guy that believes you can just put any running back in any system. If that were the case, nobody would draft running backs in the top 4 or 5 rounds. We would just get guys in round 6 or 7. But Greeny, I think your genius is on appreciation today, my brother. I am appreciating it. And I think if Dalvin Cook were listening, he would say, you know what? I'm going to send Mike Greenberg and Booger McFarland a nice little piece of that bonus when I get it because they are stomping on ESPN for me to get my contract, fella.
Well, now you're talking. Dianna, I did a piece called Mamas Don't Let Your Babies Grow Up to Be Running Backs because this is their lot in life. They get used up and they don't get paid. He needs to get paid when he can.
I see both sides of this, but let's just look at it this way, right? So Dalvin Cook is playing on this rookie deal. He showed up for camp because he doesn't want to pay all those big fines. Because remember, it's not up to the team anymore. You will be fined if you miss training camp, right? So he's doing the right thing here. He hasn't technically said he'll show up for week 1 just yet, but then he would miss game salary. And he is on the rookie deal. He's not making a lot of money. And then, oh yeah, right now the financials in the NFL, they're really up in the air. So let's look at this from Dalvin Cook's side of this. He could possibly make so much more money if he goes out there, has a spectacular season. He might be able to get paid a lot more money from another team outside the Minnesota Vikings.
Maybe. Ninkovich, what do you think? Quick thought.
Yeah, well, if was a fifth, I just want to say that, look, I agree with you, Green. I think that he shouldn't step foot on that field. We just saw with Gerald McCoy in the Cowboys. With the Cowboys, he went out there, he tore his quad tendon, and what did they do? They cut him, and his contract was null and void because of pre-existing injury. So, look, the NFL is all about the bottom line and making money. So, look, if you're a player, and you're a running back especially, because we know how short those careers are, you go out in Cabo, you go out somewhere, nice sandy beach somewhere, have a cocktail, get yourself, run on the beach, stay in shape. But don't go back on that field until you get paid. Because at the end of the day, if he goes out there and gets hurt this year, they're not going to pay him.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.